The second reason, number 2, is to reposition your company. You may find that your company and your products or services are under assault from your competitors. You may find, as Apple did, that you have to reposition your company with new products and new services in new markets with new technologies. Number 3, you want to maximize your strengths and your opportunities. Look at what it is that you do extremely well and what your key opportunities are in the marketplace, and then move rapidly to take advantage of them. And the fourth reason for setting strategy is to form a basis for making action decisions now. The whole purpose of strategy is to plan and prepare to take actions differently from what you might have done in the absence of your new strategy. Strategic planning is not a passive activity. Strategic planning is the process of thinking through the action steps that you're going to take to achieve your goals and objectives. Alexander's exercises in strategy were not part of a passive or theoretical exercise. They were aimed entirely at action. Alexander was the quintessential man of action. 5 questions to ask and answer. There are 5 key questions that you can ask and answer over and over in strategic planning. Question number 1 is to ask yourself, where am I now? Conduct a current analysis of yourself and your business. Where are you now? What are your sales and profit margins? What are your prices and costs? What are your strengths and weaknesses? What are the resources that you have available? What are your vulnerabilities? What is your position in the market? Who are your main competitors? How do you rank in comparison with your competitors? Who are your secondary competitors? What does the future look like taking all of these factors into consideration? An accurate analysis of your current situation is the starting point of all strategy. How did you get here? Question number 2 is about your past. Look at your history. How did you get to where you are today? What were the critical steps that you took going back a few years or even to the beginning of your business? What did you do right? What did you do wrong? What lessons did you learn? What has changed since you began in this business, recognizing that everything changes? What were the events that got you to where you are now, for better or worse? These are a lot of key questions to ask and answer. Create your perfect future. Question number 3 in strategy is to define your ideal future. Where do you want to be in the future? Where do you want to be in 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, 5, or even 10 years? Where do you want to be personally, and where do you want to be as a corporation? Clearly defining your ideal future on the basis of where you are now and how you got here is critical. One of the exercises that I teach in strategic planning is called idealization. I encourage the executives around the table to imagine that we have a magic wand at our disposal. We could wave this magic wand and make the company perfect in every way. If we had this power, and your company was perfect 5 years from today, what would it look like? Imagine no limitations. Imagine that you have no limitations on what you could be, have, or do. You have all the time and all the money you need. You have all the people and abilities that you require. You have all the resources and competencies that you require. You can be, do, or have anything you want as a company sometime in the future. What would you do differently? This is often called a 5-year fantasy. Project forward 5 years as if you had traveled in a time machine and imagine that your company was perfect in every way. How big would your company be? What kind of reputation would it have? What products and services would you be offering that enabled you to dominate your market? What kind of people would work for your company, and what kind of leadership would you have? What level of profitability would you be achieving? How high would your stock price be? Everything can be achieved. Whenever I conduct this exercise with an executive group, we come up with a list of 15 to 20 ideal descriptions of what the company would be like if it was perfect in every way 5 years from today. Then I ask the key question, are these goals achievable? Without exception, over the years, after a few moments of reflection,